What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing a Philadelphia 76ers realistic rebuild. It is officially my favorite month, the month of October. It is getting colder out there. It is spooky season. My favorite holiday is Halloween, and of course basketball is coming back. So there's a lot to be excited about, man. So I'm excited just in general, just because I love this time of the year. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to definitely smash that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and of course we all know, man, there's a lot of drama and problems in Philadelphia. So we gotta help this team. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Hope you guys enjoy it. So the Philadelphia 76ers, man, there just keeps coming reports after reports after reports about Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid saying this or Ben Simmons camp saying this. There's just a lot going on, man, and Ben Simmons still has not been traded. Of course, by the time I upload this and you're seeing this, hey, maybe he got traded. I doubt it, but you never know. Maybe what I just said won't age well, but he has not been traded of the making of this video. And Joel Embiid had kind of talked today about the whole situation, saying that Philadelphia has catered to Ben Simmons so many times, and he doesn't understand the thought process that Ben Simmons wants to go play with the team that's built around him, even though Philadelphia has basically tried to do that. So today, of course, usually what I do is just simulate first season, don't do anything, but I just don't think Ben Simmons is going to play a game for Philly, man. This just does not look good. Something's got to give. Either Daryl Morey has to stop being so stubborn, or Simmons going to have to stop being so stubborn and play for Philadelphia. I don't know which one's going to give first, but it's going to be interesting to watch. It's going to be one of the most entertaining things to see, I think, at the start of this basketball season. Hopefully it gets taken care of before that, but for some reason I don't think it's going to. But with that all being said, I think it does make sense, of course, before you actually simulate this first season, to trade Ben Simmons, because it doesn't sound like he wants to play in Philly at all, so I'm not going to force him to. I'm going to throw him in the trade finder, see what we can find, and hopefully we get a realistic trade package for Ben Simmons, although I have no idea what that even is anymore. Of course, there was a lot of belief that the Minnesota Timberwolves were interested in Ben Simmons, and it would probably cost them D'Angelo Russell, maybe along with other things. And then, of course, there's also been kind of the CJ McCollum for Ben Simmons thing that's been talked about. But D'Angelo Russell one is interesting to me. I do like D'Angelo Russell. I believe, though, Minnesota has wanted to keep D'Angelo Russell's name out of it. So, again, I don't know, man. So, this is the best trade that I could find realistically, though, in this trade finder. The Bucks aren't giving up Drew Holiday. Al Horford, Dennis Schroeder. The 76ers would never do that. Again, wouldn't do that. Hayward and Rozier, I don't know why Charlotte would do this, but I guess Philly could do this, but theoretically, but I don't think it's that good of a move for them. Of course, the Lakers aren't trading Russell Westbrook. They literally just got him. So yeah, and then the Porzingis one is a possibility, but I don't know, man. I don't really want to have a logjam with Porzingis and Joel Embiid. I don't think that makes him better. I mean, trade Ben Simmons, I don't know what makes you better, but this was the most realistic one I could find, to be honest with you. So I think we are going to go ahead and do this one. This one is interesting because I've done a Ben Simmons for CJ McCollum swap before, but Minnesota has been obviously in the talks about getting Ben Simmons. So a simple Ben Simmons for D'Angelo Russell swap makes this team, makes the drama gone, and now D'Angelo Russell is in Philadelphia while Simmons is in Minnesota. So definitely a different spectrum now. So now we got D'Lo. We have Joel Embiid, still Tobias Harris. So, of course, we can still make this team better, but at least the drama is gone. That's what we need to accomplish first and foremost. Matisse Thybulle needs to be better overall as well. This man deserves to be in the rotation, and he's not right now. So, do I move this to a 10-man rotation? Yeah, I guess I do, because I kind of don't want to leave Matisse Thybulle out of it. So, we're going to go ahead and simulate this first season now that Ben Simmons is gone. I understand that D'Angelo Russell may not be the guy Philadelphia is looking for, but that was just the most realistic thing I could find to start things off. So we're going to go ahead, simulate this first season. Now that Simmons is gone, we're going to see how this team performs. So things go decently well for us here in the East, even after Ben Simmons is gone. Luka Doncic wins MVP. Mobley's a Rookie of the Year. Drummond, 6-man, defensive player. Actually, Drummond getting 6-man is kind of cool, so we'll take that. Daniel Gafford, Most Improved, and Steve Nash, Coach of the Year. Here's Joel Embiid, first team. Do we have Joel Embiid representing? Yes, he makes All NBA second team. I imagine D'Lo didn't make it, so I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the team performed. We're the 5th seed out East, and we get Joel Embiid put up 24, while Tobias Harris put up 17. D'Angelo Russell with 17, and we got Drummond with 15, so not too shabby. Tyrese Maxey with 11, and Shake Milton with 10.5. So we do get the Chicago Bulls in the first round, and we're gonna go ahead and see how we match up against them. Obviously, Philadelphia is a team that's had championship aspirations for quite some time. So anything less than a championship for this team is a little disappointing. But with Ben Simmons gone, depending on what they get, I mean, what do we expect from them? I don't know. Somebody current round against Chicago, and we are going to lose in 6 games. So obviously, that is a very, very disappointing sight for Philadelphia fans and just Philadelphia in general, as Brooklyn Nets going to win the championship. So we have to make this team better, because that is just not acceptable for Philadelphia. This offseason, I definitely want to, I mean, Doc Rivers is a guy that I like, but for some reason, I kind of find him a little overrated in real life. I mean, the man has just had some really good teams in his past and just usually has never done anything with it. If you just really, sit down and think about it, it's kind of concerning how many good teams and how many leads he's had in certain situations before, and it just didn't, nothing happened. Like, they just didn't win. Like, I can think of a scenario, obviously with the Lob City Clippers days where they had a lead. I believe it was over the Houston Rockets in the second round. I think they were up 3-1, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. And Josh Smith decided to go nuclear in Game 7 or something along the lines of that. But for some reason, the 3-1, the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. It was a little bit more trendy than the Clippers blew a 3-1 lead back then. But regardless, here we go. In this offseason where it's time to make some big trades. We have Seth Curry, freaking Korkmaz, and Georges Niang's salary, along with our 21st pick in the draft. Now, I do love getting young talent, or 22nd pick, I should say, but I think it's more important that we make some type of trade to make this team better, because what we've performed so far just hasn't been acceptable. Damian Lillard was always a dream scenario for Philadelphia, but another guy who would be fun to get would be Bradley Beal. Now, I did wait until after player options, so we did draft somebody. Actually, Beal is a free agent. I did not know that. Okay, so Beal is a free agent right now. That was a guy I was actually kind of targeting, and I still want Bradley Beal, to be honest with you, but I might have to wait till after free agency is over in order to do anything here. So if we go straight to free agency, Bradley Beal is out here, and it looks like he only has one offer, and it's from the Bucks. So we're going to go ahead and wait on Bradley Beal, because that is the guy I want. Looking at his offers, he is going to go back to the Washington Wizards, so he's going to get paid. As far as the bench is concerned, we got Robin Lopez, Hassan Whiteside, guys like that. I guess I should try to get somebody who could be interesting here. I see David Nwaba, and we'll go ahead and give him a contract. I do like him a lot. And then we could probably maybe throw like DeLon Wright a contract as well, just something like that. And actually, we're not going to get DeLon Wright. So I assume Bradley Beal went back to DC, which is the guy I do want, if possible, for Philadelphia. We have championship aspirations, and getting a guy like him would be absolutely massive for this team. So 29-year-old Bradley Beal, what would it take? I mean, it's going to take a lot, obviously. So, and I think he might have got a no trade clause. And he did. I don't know if he would accept or be willing, because sometimes they are willing to waive their no trade clause in order to come to a championship team, but in this situation he may not. So it'd have to be like Danny Green, Seth Curry. You're probably gonna have to throw guys like Tyrese Maxey in there to obviously entice the Wizards. And then what else could I throw in here to maybe make the salary work? I guess I could throw freaking Korkmaz big contract, and then a future 2023 first and a 2024 first, and he may not even want to come here, to be honest. And actually, so far Bradley Beal has not necessarily declined to waive his no trade clause, but he's not really, obviously sounds like he's not that excited to come here either. So all that, and yeah, so getting Bradley Beal, I guess, just isn't going to be possible for us. That was the guy I wanted for Philadelphia, but I guess it's back to the drawing board, because that's just not going to happen. So one trade I will make, though, will be with the Detroit Pistons, if I can get them to accept this. So it'd be Danny Green's salary obviously expiring, Furkan Korkmaz, and Matt Cleveland, who was a player we drafted. So if we offered all this, they agree. So like that, it didn't take too much to get Jeremy Grant. He was on an expiring contract as well. So with that, I already moved Tobias Harris to the small forward. I know ideally Tobias Harris has not been the best small forward, but I mean, getting Jeremy Grant to play the power forward spot is just going to make our starting five look a little bit better. I still do want to make the shooting guard spot better, though, with Seth Curry. I do like him and all, but again, getting someone to be a little bit better there would definitely be my ideal goal. And with that, I actually have the idea of maybe trying to snag Fred VanVleet from the Raptors, who could be fun here. He's making $21 million. I don't know how much money I am, like, I might be too far off from this, actually. So if I threw in like let's say Georges Niang money, so we're like $6 million off. So obviously, and then we'd have to throw probably David Nwaba, who we just signed. So obviously that's not going to get done. But if we threw in like our 2023 pick and also our 2026, 2024. Let's see, would they accept this? Yes, they do. Just like that, we got ourselves Fred VanVleet. So already, I think that is a huge upgrade at the shooting guard spot and at the point. I mean, in the starting five in general, and we were able to keep Tyrese Maxey, who Philadelphia is very high on. So now we have Fred VanVleet, Shake Milton, Tobias Harris, Matisse Thybulle, Jeremy Grant, and then Joel Embiid. So obviously we can sign like one more front court player to kind of just round it up. I got like Taj Gibson, who could be interesting. I mean, getting Drummond back would have been awesome, but guess we can't afford him. There's Gorgie Dang, who I still like as well, so we'll sign him. And that is going to be kind of our big offseason. Obviously, didn't go as much as, you know, a plan as I wanted it to. Bradley Beal was my kind of dream scenario. I do want to make sure Fred VanVleet's peak end age isn't terrible. It's at like 29, so we'll boost that up. So we'll just move to like 35. So we'll have that, and then let's go straight to player progression now, and let's go ahead and see what this team's looking like. So player progression, D'Angelo Russell going down, Fred VanVleet going down. So not the most ideal sight in the world, not gonna lie. Sucks seeing two guys you just traded for, or one guy you just traded for, going down overall, or two guys, because I did trade for D'Angelo Russell as well. So if we load our 2023 draft class and we get into this next season, looking at the rotation, power ranking does land us at number 4. So, I mean, I am pretty excited and optimistic about this team we have. D'Angelo Russell, Fred VanVleet, Tobias Harris, Jeremy Grant, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Shake Milton, Matisse Thybulle, and Taj Gibson. Not feeling Taj Gibson as the last guy on the bench all that much. If I could upgrade that, that would be like dream scenario. So if I threw Taj Gibson's money out there along with Grant Riller, I don't know, would that give me anybody worth in the rotation? I see Terrence Davis, who could just be kind of a small trade, and that might be a desperate move. So we're going to go ahead and grab Terrence Davis from Sacramento. So that will just kind of make our rotation look a little bit better, I would say. So boom, just like that, this is what our new starting five looks like. Ben Simmons is gone. We've kind of replaced it with Jeremy Grant, Fred VanVleet, and of course D'Angelo Russell. So hopefully with all those moves we made our team a little bit more well-rounded. It's pretty good around Embiid now, and hopefully this ends up as a very good season for Philadelphia. Second year, I was a little bit more optimistic about going into things, but unfortunately we are the 6th seed in the East. While we're not in the play-in or anything, it's definitely a downgrade from what I wanted to see. Obviously, we were the 5th seed last year, and now we're the 6th seed going up against a very good Milwaukee Bucks team. So we had 26 from Embiid, 16 from Jeremy Grant, 15 from Harris, 14 from D'Angelo Russell, and then 12 from Fred VanVleet. So we have a lot of guys actually coming off the books, so we could probably make some decisions on some guys, potentially, you know, maybe going a different direction if these playoffs don't go too well. Joel Embiid might even be a free agent himself, to be honest. I didn't actually look at that, and he actually, no, didn't he sign like a big extension for Philadelphia, I think? So yeah, we're actually good on that. So but we get the Milwaukee Bucks. So again, I don't really know what to expect. I mean, their bench isn't that good. Our starting five is pretty good. Embiid and Giannis kind of cancel each other out. So, I mean, I guess we could win this. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Somebody current round against Milwaukee. Maybe we shrink this to an 8-man rotation just to kind of give ourselves the best chance possible. Play our best players in like the most amount of minutes and hope for the best. So, in a current round against Milwaukee, and no, even that didn't help. We get, you know, we get absolutely bombarded, get swept in 4 games. So now we get the Milwaukee Bucks, who went on to win the championship. So I guess I can't feel too bad. But now we have a huge offseason ahead of us, because now we first season lost in the first round. Second season absolutely got swept. So now it is time to do something, or it is just not looking good for the future of Philadelphia. So what am I gonna do? First thing I'm gonna do, I think it's pretty clear. I think Doc Rivers would eventually be fired after 2 performances like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ourselves the best head coach possible in Mr. Michael Stoffer. Obviously he's not a real head coach, but still he's the best coach in 2K. So Doc Rivers gone. Not that it was his fault or anything, but we're gonna go straight to player options now. We had 2 second rounders, but I'm not too worried about it. Fred VanVleet declines, and then qualifying offers: Paul Reed, Isaiah Joe, 2 guys I'm not too concerned about, but Matisse Thybulle was a guy I was concerned about, though. That's unfortunate. So we have a lot of bird rights, obviously, which I wouldn't mind signing some of these guys back, but I do want to look at the free agency pool and see what I can get. So looking at it, we have obviously Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris still under contract. So I could probably move. Whoops, what am I doing? I did not mean to do that. We could probably move Tobias Harris back to power forward. Not that it really matters. But if I were, obviously, so I can't get anybody too crazy, it looks like. Okay, noted. So I'm like pretty far off from being able to sign some of these guys. So RJ Barrett, Colin Sexton. What about, we could sign D'Angelo Russell, Jeremy Grant, guys like that back, but no one who I really thought would be interesting. Brogdon, I guess, is a guy I could sign. I don't really know how much of an upgrade he is, though. To honestly, what I want to do is try to swing for the fences and get like, I mean, John Morant and Zion Williamson is a little bit like, it's not gonna happen. Jokic would be fun, but that doesn't make a ton of sense for Philly. So I'm looking at Zach LaVine right now, and that's who I want to try to get, to be honest with you. And he doesn't have that good of an offer. $10 million. So what we could do is try to find a way to get rid of Tobias Harris's money, just because he hasn't been all that good for us anyway. Or we could, you know, actually, yeah, Tobias Harris on a 1-year deal, $39 million though. It is gonna be hard to get rid of this realistically, so it would have to go to like a very, very desperate young team, and I don't know who that would be. New York Knicks come up with this offer as they're going to be giving me Evan Fournier. The only thing is they are taking on the big money of Tobias Harris, which I don't know if he even deserves all that money. So in a way, I don't think Philadelphia deserves getting a first round pick when someone, I don't know, if you know what I mean. I feel like we should be the one giving up the first, just because the Knicks are taking the money on. But at the same time, Tobias Harris, it's not like he's a terrible player, and he is an upgrade from Evan Fournier. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this trade. Just like that, we free up some money, and now we should be able to try to sign Zach LaVine, which is the guy I would love to have here in Philadelphia. So I'm going to go ahead and throw Zach LaVine an offer, and that might renounce, yeah, we're gonna have to renounce a couple guys, it looks like. So we're gonna have to renounce almost looks like almost everyone. Okay, so although, to be honest with you, I think that would make us a better team. Getting Zach LaVine is probably going to make us a better team than a lot of other things could. So I'm going to go ahead and sign Zach LaVine. I'm not sure why I have to renounce everyone, though, because it's not like, I don't know. I guess it is what it is. So we get Zach LaVine, and I'm okay with that. Because the team we just had, you know, wasn't all that good anyway. So now, looking at our salary situation, Tyrese Maxey might be the starting point guard. Evan Fournier, oh yeah, Evan Fournier's $18 million probably isn't helping us right now. I forgot about that. Joel Embiid. So now we have Zach LaVine and Joel Embiid. How are we going to fill out the rest of this roster? We still could sign Fred VanVleet, which is obviously, and we can still sign Jeremy Grant, which are two guys obviously we cannot just afford to let loose. So we're going to go ahead and throw both of them money, because those are two guys. Just kidding, we can't get Jeremy Grant, I guess. Why can't we get, did I get Fred VanVleet? Yes, I did. Okay, I would have rather have had Jeremy Grant, because I have no starting power forward, so that's a little unfortunate, but hey, I guess it is what it is. Gallinari. So the only thing I could do is I could trade Evan Fournier's money, I guess, and keep Fred VanVleet, and we could throw Evan Fournier out there for like ideally it would have been Jeremy Grant. That's who I wanted more than Fred VanVleet, because I would have been fine keeping Evan Fournier, but I guess we can't do that. I am going to be trading Evan Fournier to the Denver Nuggets for Monte Morris to get ourselves a backup point guard, or even starting point guard for that matter. Maxey, actually, nah, backup. So, Fred VanVleet, Zach LaVine. No forwards right now, though. Does that give me enough money? Is Jeremy Grant still out here? He is. And I can't sign him. Okay, well, fair enough. All right, now, is there anything I can sign? We have Saben Lee, or Isaiah Joe. I don't know why I said Saben Lee. So we'll sign both these guys, because two guys money that we're probably going to need to help us out. So and we have a $9 million trade exception, so that's cool as well. So now we're kind of picking up the pieces. It has definitely been kind of a struggle, but I see Alec Burks. We can sign him, bring him back to Philadelphia, and then that's pretty much it. Like that's pretty much all we can do. So now going to player progression, we got Joel Embiid, Zach LaVine, which I do love, Maxey, Fred VanVleet, which is all cool, but we still need to fill out the forward spots because it's not good right now. So how are we going to do that is the question. Well, I have the trade exception. I have Isaiah Joe and Springer and guys like that's money, so that's where we're gonna have to use. So let's go ahead and use that money in order to get a couple of starting forwards, or we could start Kendall Brown, but don't really want to do that. So we're gonna have to do something, get creative here to bring someone here to Philly. Offer actually does make a lot of sense for us to do. We get Miles Bridges, and the Hornets get Kendall Brown, and we get Kai Jones as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that trade, and just like that, our rotation probably looks a little bit better now. So now we have Maxey, Monte Morris, Fred VanVleet, and Zach LaVine. Still really no good power forward, no good small forward, but we're working on it because we still have Springer and Monte Morris. So Monte Morris is making $9 million, or what I could do is I could use that $9 million to get a 3-and-D small forward who probably will be just fine. So because we do have that trade exception, I believe, still, so we're probably going to use that $9 million. Nope, that's turned in 455K, so never mind, we don't have that anymore. So I guess Monte Morris is going to have to be the guy we trade in order to get a small forward. Aaron Naismith. What else we got? Devontae Graham. Nothing that great popping up. Jared Vanderbilt. Kyle Kuzma. Yeah, I'm going to have to get creative here. Let me find a small forward. Brooks, and I guess he's in Atlanta for only $5 million now, so we're going to have to find a way to grab him. So Jaden Springer and Alec Burks money for Brooks. Okay, they don't agree to that. Wow, I have to give him a first. Well, that first is actually pretty good, so let's just give 2027. Okay, we were kind of desperate for a small forward, so I was fine with that. So now, this is what our new team's gonna look like. So definitely a huge change up. Levine, Tyrese Maxey, Fred VanVleet, and Joel Embiid. And yeah, like, it has just been kind of a roller coaster, but at the same time, predicting Philadelphia's future is kind of tough because we don't know what Philadelphia is going to get for Ben Simmons, and we don't know when he'll be traded and what kind of packages, like I said, they're going to get. But at the end of the day, I feel like I did my best possible to make this entertaining and try to still compete for a championship with this team, because obviously this team is still looking to compete for championships. I'm not going to try to make them a rebuilding team and start to go younger or whatever, because that just doesn't make sense for my head. But we're going to go ahead and still make this third and final season and hope for the best here in Philadelphia. It has definitely been a roller coaster video. Hopefully in this last season we get something going. It's back on top of things. 28 points to 16.5 rebounds, 37% from three. So we're the first seed of the East as well. So with all the changes we have made, Ben Simmons still in Minnesota, 16 points. I wonder how Minnesota's been doing. They're the first seed, so that's good for them. They have Simmons, Edwards, Warren, Baldwin, Towns. Yeah, that's pretty good team, not gonna lie. So good for them, like I said. But now, looking at the player stats for our team, we definitely made a lot of changes. I feel like we got ourselves a better co-star next to Joel Embiid in free agency with Zach LaVine, so I was happy about that. And everyone else just kind of was a nice supporting cast around those two. So now we get to play in, and we get to play Milwaukee, who absolutely obliterated us last season. So a little nervous here, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna current round against Milwaukee, and this time we obliterate them. Let's go, baby. Now Chicago, another team that obliterated us earlier, and we took Zach LaVine from them. So what is that gonna result in for us? I'm gonna current round, and we obliterate them. So just like that, we're getting revenge in this last season. Let's go, man. Garland, yeah, and they don't even have Colin Sexton because he is in Chicago. So somebody current round against. Okay, well, we get obliterated this time. So now we got the Cleveland Cavaliers win the championship. Darius Garland, 38 points per game. Damn, okay. Wow, that man was on one. Holy crap. I'm in shock. Okay, Garland, I didn't know you had it like that. But hey, the Ben Simmons Timberwolves made it to the NBA Finals. We got to the East Conference Finals, but that's as far as we could go, man. At least I got farther than the real-life Philadelphia 76ers have gotten. Whatever, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Definitely was a little bit of a weird one. I know I did a lot of crazy things in today's video, but just trying to get the 76ers to compete, and what I was doing wasn't working before, so I had to change things up. But I hope you guys enjoyed regardless. For now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.